Hi there, Ginger Roses. Welcome back to the YouTube. We're back again with another video. Today, we're going to be looking at some of the craziest school lunches from all around the world. First of all, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Did you either have school dinners or did you get a packed lunch? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I definitely had mainly packed lunches. That was always mixed reactions. I love my packed lunches, but sometimes my parents would pack me like a sandwich and it would be an interesting sandwich like cheese and pickle, and all my friends would be like, "Oh, what is that?" I'd be sat there in the corner going. Everyone has their own experiences with packed lunch. Some of you might have just had a sandwich, might have had an apple. If you're lucky enough, your parents might have given you a chocolate bar. My parents did, because they were great. But if you had school dinners, then that's when things got interesting. And in this video, we're going to be looking at different school dinners from all around the world and how they compare to school dinners in the UK. It's going to surprise you. Before we start, guys, don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. Please just subscribe. Why wouldn't you?
South Korea.
South Korea.
The system of planning school meals in South Korea is one of the best in the world. Lunches are served on special trays.
Okay.
The two biggest sections of the tray are usually for soup and rice.
Soup and rice.
Smaller sections are for salad, seafood, veggies, and fruit.
They've got a whole section just for seafood. I love seafood. Can you imagine if they started doing that in the UK, though? And they had like a whole section just for seafood? Because there's so many fussy kids in the UK. Like, no, sir, I'm not eating it. It's fish eggs. No, f*** off, sir. I'm not eating it. I just imagine it in the UK. It just wouldn't happen.
Thin children are given fish oil in a measuring spoon.
Thin children are given fish oil in a measuring spoon. What? How does that work? Imagine you go to lunch and you just split in two different sections. You got the normal children and the thin children. And if you get put in the thin children section, you have to eat or drink fish oil. Oh my God. I mean, that sounds grim. I wonder what fish oil even tastes like.
Traditional dishes are kimchi, sesame leaves stuffed with rice and covered with honey sauce, pumpkin potato soup, pancakes with green onions, pepper, and octopus, and a cucumber and carrot salad.
I would eat all that, to be fair. I'm not really a fussy person, actually. There's not a lot of foods I wouldn't eat. Like, I'd eat soil, bark off. This is actually a funny story here. When I was little, I would eat so many weird and stupid things like that I'd just find in the garden, and my mum had to stop me eating them. I'd eat bark, coal, worm casts, sand, just really random shit. It's like I didn't get enough nutrition as a child and I was just trying to find it in the garden. So what I'm saying is, I'm not fussy. I'll eat anything.
Japan.
Japan, that would be interesting.
Japanese school lunches are almost the same as South Korean ones. Hot soup, rice, poultry or fish, salad, and milk.
They're basically getting Wagamamas every day. That's sick.
Students are not allowed to bring their food with them until they reach high school.
Oh, so if you live in Japan, you're not allowed to bring a packed lunch until you're in secondary school. That's crazy.
There are no vending machines in the canteens, and what is even more surprising, students don't eat in the canteen.
Where do they eat? Where do they eat?
They put on special white coats, take their lunches to their classrooms, and eat there.
A UK teacher would be like, absolutely not, stop eating in the class. It's funny how it's so different like around the world, like what the rules are and what you eat, and I just find it really interesting.
Turkey. It's interesting that, though children in Turkey have 1 hour for lunch, cafeterias are rare in this country. So students either go home for lunch, which might be hard to do if you live on the other side of town, or take food from home.
What?
A typical meal may include rye bread, walnuts, grapes, apple, pomegranate, and kefir. Looks very tasty and healthy.
Does look pretty good.
Moreover, it's the food which helps to increase brain power.
Nice. I'd absolutely smash that down. I've not seen anything I wouldn't eat so far. Is that going to change?
Students in Thailand don't eat in the canteen, just like their colleagues
They're
from
eating
Japan.
off the floor, though.
They are usually given soup, pork and sweet and sour sauce, rice, and a pudding wrapped in banana leaves.
Whoa.
After getting their portions, they can add sauces and spices to their liking.
That's pretty cool.
Then they go to the classroom and wait for everybody to sit down. Only then do they start to eat.
Imagine your pudding being wrapped in banana leaves. That is sick.
A typical lunch served in the west of France looks very healthy. It is fish, spinach, potatoes, cheese, and bread.
Whoa. No croissant.
It is quite big as the French consider lunch the main meal of the day.
Interesting. Didn't know that.
The lunch break is 1 or even 2.
What a lovely, happy family.
Students are also allowed to go home to eat during this break.
How are they allowed to go home? I was definitely not allowed to go home. I mean, I live miles away anyway, so I was never going to go home during my lunch break. But how are they allowed to leave school and then come back? If that was in the UK, kids just wouldn't come back to school, would they?
Finland. Finland takes school lunches very seriously.
Very serious.
Every student is offered snacks during the morning and evening classes, as well as lunch. Children eat their lunches in a canteen where they can choose whatever they want from a large variety of dishes. Every school offers lunch for children with special dietary needs, whether in connection with health issues or religion.
Whoa. What is that?
An example of a school lunch can be meatballs with sauce, potatoes, salad, and muesli.
Muesli. Muesli and meatballs. And potatoes. Eat up, kids. Imagine the cafeteria lady serving that. So, what's for lunch today? It's muesli and meatballs. Yay, my favourite!
In Russia, students can have free breakfast from 9 a.m. till 12 p.m.
But you get breakfast in Russian schools. What? We didn't get that at my school. Thinking about it now, that is something UK schools could do. Because the amount of times I didn't have time for breakfast in the morning just because I got up too late. But then I could go to school and have breakfast there instead. That would have been sick. I would have loved that.
Lunches after 12 p.m. are paid. Children sometimes have lunch at home if they live near the school.
Again, UK's doing
If
it
it
wrong.
is a school lunch, it is usually soup, fish or meat with a side dish of rice or buckwheat, and compote.
What is that? There's like 2 of the sausages laid on a bed of gravel.
Hungary.
Hungry. They'll be going hungry.
Children have several courses with, for example, noodle soup, baked beans with chicken, and nuts for dessert.
We have got to be one of the only nations that don't do soup. They definitely didn't do soup in my school. Do they do soup in your school? Let me know in the comments if you're from the UK and you've had soup for lunch.
Israel.
Israel.
Israel schools have the policy of a healthy diet. The government banned fatty and sugary things from school lunches. But the thing is that children mostly bring their meals from home.
Whoa. So it's mainly packed lunches.
Anyway, the food they take with them is overall
is-
quite balanced. Flatbread sandwiches with white cheese, eggs or tuna, fresh fruit and vegetables, granola bars or sweets.
If that was the rule in the UK and it was only packed lunches allowed, I can guarantee you it would all be stuff in like plastic packets. It would all just be processed stuff. It would look nothing like that. In fact, if anyone brought that to school, they would all have the piss taken out of them. Oh, you health queen. That just looks unbelievably healthy.
Colombia. 60 to 70% of children in Colombia are given free nutritious lunches.
Whoa.
Students of state schools eat 1 hot meal a day. Their typical meal consists of soup, rice or pasta,
Another
salad,
soup.
meat, and fruit juice. There is another option when kids have several snacks. For example, fruit, juice, a sandwich, or a small cake.
Small cake. Nice. Nice little dessert.
Italy.
Pizza, pasta.
Surely lunches in Italy vary from region to region, but they all have one common feature. They are tasty and well balanced.
Nice.
Before lunch, in the morning, children get snacks, crackers, breadsticks, fresh fruit, or homemade cookies.
Homemade cookies.
For lunch, they get 2
Oh,
courses.
pasta.
A first course is often pasta
This is my favorite so far. This to me looks sick.
or rice with seafood or vegetables. A second course, fish, meat, or cheese. A picky child might dislike these lunches. No choice of food is given. Students can have special meals only because of religious or medical reasons.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite so far. Let me know in the comments, guys. What is your favorite so far? Which one would you most like to be in the UK?
Australia.
Australia.
Authorities in Australia fight against children's obesity.
No more fish oil for you.
Children buy their lunches themselves, and many schools give them a lot of healthy options, sometimes as many as 80, represented
80?
in a school tuck shop.
80? Imagine picking what you want and you've got like 80 different options. We didn't have 80 options. We just had one. It'd be like, it's fish and chips today. Fish and chips was my favorite, to be fair. But they just say, fish and chips today. That's it. We don't have 80 different options.
Chile.
Chile.
Students in Chile have nice and varied lunches. An example could be a meal with rice, beef roll, French fries, salad, avocado, orange juice, and fruit in the sauce for dessert.
No soup, though. I would have said the UK's one because it would just be like tuna melts and flapjacks. That's all I remember from school. I used to just get packed lunch because I hated the school dinners at schools.
French students can expect up to a 4-course meal at lunch. They begin with a salad of fresh veg, followed by quality protein like salmon with a side of roasted broccoli.
Salmon?
They wouldn't be French without a course of soft cheeses, jam, and fresh bread. And kids finish with a sweet confection like marzipan before heading back to class.
Surely that's a private French school. There's no way you get 4 courses in like a public French school. That's insane. Oh, this is making me hungry. This just looks so much better than the UK. Let's look up UK school dinners. None of these comparison videos so far have even shown the UK because it just looks shit. This is UK school dinners. Oh, yeah. Yeah, nice roast. Shepherd's pie. To be fair, shepherd's pie is banging. Yeah, turkey Twizzlers. Bring them back. Bring them. Oh, God. It's just processed shit. To be fair, that was the best. Roast dinner. But it would always be like terrible roast potatoes. Everything else was good though. Yeah, fish and chips. Let's deep fry everything. Fuck it. Yeah, okay. I think we're finished on the UK there. It's funny to look at every other country and how healthy and balanced their diet is. And then just looking at the UK. It's either processed or just deep fried. That is brilliant. Right, well, we're going to end the video there, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something with me. Before you go, guys, wait. Please subscribe. Take it easy. And I'll see you in the next video. Woo! Oi! Subscribe!
Oh God, please subscribe! Subscribe!
Subscribe!
Subscribe!